difference between hydration and moisture. Hydration is a product, moisture is a process. We have to be careful when buying products that say they moisturize our hair. Okay, remember the hair care industry and hair care products are not regulated. So many times they use words like moisturizing, hydrating, list specific ingredients, oils and butters, and talk about all of these things when in reality, moisture is not a product. Moisture is the process of hydrating your hair and sealing in that hydration. That creates moisture. Okay. Oil does not moisturize. I think I mentioned that also. You cannot moisturize your hair with just oil. Oil seals in water, or it seals in the hydration. It does not provide the hydration. Now, there are products that contain water and oil. I actually make a moisture cream that contains mostly water and it also has oils in it. So that would be technically a moisturizing product. But even still, I would encourage women to wet their hair first before even using that. The more water you can get into your hair, the better. Okay, especially when you're using styling creams and those kinds of things. All right. The more you can use water-based products, the better your hair is going to love it. So yes, gels. And I am the same way. Low porosity hair usually does better with water-based gels. Just again, be careful because they can contain a lot of alcohol, which could dry your hair out, okay, which is counterproductive. So the right way to hydrate and lock in moisture, again, you want to target your ends first. Remember, your ends are the oldest part of your hair. That's where the dryness and the breakage typically sneak in. It's from the ends. That's why you end up with split ends. That's why you end up with breakage that starts from the mid shaft down, is because that's where your breakage tends to start, on the oldest parts of your hair, which is usually the weakest and the most vulnerable for those types of things. Okay, so you want to mist your hair lightly. You don't want to drown it. It shouldn't be dripping or drenched. It should just be soft and juicy. Okay, you just want juicy hair, not dripping wet hair. That's your step one for moisturizing. Okay, and then the sealing part. So once you have hydrated your hair, you have to trap in that goodness before it dips out of there. Okay, you want to trap it in, especially if you have low porosity hair. So we don't want to use any oil that's too heavy. Still stick with light things like jojoba oil, rice bran oil, sweet almond oil, olive oil. Those things are going to be good. Now, if you have low porosity hair, but your hair is really, really thick and really typically on the drier side, then it's okay. You can use a thicker oil like a castor oil or avocado, something like that. And maybe even a little bit of shea butter will be good as well. If you do use creams, don't use a lot and make sure you work it through your hair really, really well. Okay. I'm sure you probably heard of the LCO or the LOC method. So the L is for liquid, the C is for cream, the O is for oil. That was like a really popular thing. It started a few years ago. It's still a very valid process. It's still a very valid process or method to moisturize your hair. For me, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Select the process that you feel good about or that you feel makes a difference for your hair. But whether I do liquid, then cream, then oil, or liquid, then oil, then cream, I still get the same. I'll still get the same results. Okay, you can substitute the cream for gel. So you can do a liquid like your hydrating mist or a water-based mist, and then you can do your cream or your gel and then oil. So the oil, we still need the oil to seal in the moisture, even if you do use a gel. And again, you have to be careful because sometimes once you put oil on top of gel, you get that white sticky film. So everything in moderation. Okay, if after you've done your moisture routine and your hair still feels dry or feels greasy, then you probably did not add enough water. Right? So use gentle heat. When you're getting that hydration into your cuticles, you want to use gentle heat. You don't need to sandblast your hair with the blow dryer or sit under a steamer that's 400 degrees or a hooded dryer that's 400 degrees. Okay, Low heat is fine. That'll be enough. Even a hot towel wrap if you have shorter hair, even a steam cap. I think we have some of those left on the website. Those things work great. Okay, way your conditioner or your deep conditioning process can actually work. Now you can do that. You can do this when you're conditioning your hair also. You don't have to do this every time. Every time would be great, but when you do your conditioning step on wash day, it's good to get those cuticles open to get that conditioner inside. Okay. A lot of those conditioners have some really good ingredients that are beneficial to your hair health. And you want to make sure all of that, as much of that, is penetrating as possible. To watch the full video, click the link below.